Okay, so what is the device agent? HP device agent is a device management application that communicates with the SiteFlow cloud and all the devices in your local production environment. This allows SiteFlow to direct assets to hot folders, local printers for production and shipping documents, and optionally you can use to send it to a local storage for synchronizing files. The new HP device agent will replace the current super agent and the embedded agents with a more secure and easier to use interface. So what's new? Really quickly, we'll go through. First is, and probably most important, is the improved security. We have a double authentication method using the usual HPID login. There is an automated logout after 1 hour of inactivity, also for security reasons. Now, please note that even though you're logged out of the application, the service in Windows will keep running. So don't be afraid if you see that you're logged out of the software. The agent service should still be running. Next, our really improved interface here. We have a recent jobs section, kind of like the send to press logs, except you get to see a lot more than just 10 logs. You can filter here. We have improved error messaging, and my favorite is that you can resend the jobs directly from this interface. Along with that, we have improved support for JMF devices, where we can now have the bi-directional communication. Then to go along with the migration to make things a bit easier, is, a lot of people have several devices that use one agent and you need to reassign all of them. You can do it all at once by using a new tool. In the setup tab under utilities, we have the reassign the agent. So you can take your old agent, choose it, put the new device agent in, and reassign, and it will do all of the devices that have that agent assigned to it at the same time. All right, let's take a look at the schedule. So for the migration, we've been working on the device agent for some time now. The early release started in March, and we had our first public release in April, the second one on April 8th. And so next is going to be working towards the end of support for the super agent and the embedded agents. From here, you notice that until June 17th, you will need to contact support to enable the device agent. And then after June 17th, the device agent will be enabled by default. Then from June 17th to September 15th, we'll update all agents to the device agent on your end. Then we look at end of life for the super agent and the embedded agent as of September 15th. Please note here that the legacy agents and the new device agents can be used in parallel. That way you can do your testing and not affect production. All right, so some recommended configuration. First, the HP device agent should be installed on a workstation that remains permanently on. Few minimum requirements for the server, and then please also note that it is strongly advised not to install the software on virtual machines or the DFEs. All right, so let's take a look at installation. Start on the left side of the screen here. Okay, so we are in PrintOS. We've logged into the organization, and I'm looking at the organization settings. Then my devices. So organization settings, my devices, and then at the top right corner here, we have the icon with the up and down arrow. This will lead us to a list of agents that are currently installed. Okay. From here, this nice button here will download the agent installer. And it will take some time to download. So while that's downloading, let's take a look at the new interface. So this is the device agent that I've already got installed on my computer. This is the screen that you see. We have the ability to log in. We have our email and our organization. Sign out here. You can deactivate the agent from here, and you can also download agent logs from here. Here we see the status of every service as well, the name, when it was activated, and then the agent version. From here, you can check for the latest update. If there is a known update, it will already populate and prompt you to update in this menu. Also, we have the recent jobs. You can filter by started, complete, or error. And this is the coolest part right here. We get to resend from the device agent itself. Okay, so once we have our installer downloaded, we'll run it. And you'll just follow the same prompts as you would install any other file. Once it's finished installing, the next step is to go back to our agent's page and click on the plus button. We'll give our agent a name. Call this device agent. And it creates because it loves me. Here we go. Here, we view the agent. And you can see we have an activation token. Also here, you see there is a timer. We have 5 minutes to go back to our agent that has finished installing. We're not going to wait for that. And we sign in. Probably. This is the two-factor or the new authentication. So it's taking me just a minute. Sorry, guys. Okay. And deactivate this so we can see. Ugh. Sorry, y'all. Struggling with the login. Okay, now we have our activate agent. We enter in our token. Hopefully it's not expired. And now we are connected and you can see the status here. If this had been the first time that I installed the agent on the server, this status would show as red. So not connected, and it would automatically turn green and connect after about 30 seconds. And that's shown here. Disconnected, and then it would connect after about 30 seconds. Okay, so next, after you've got your device agent installed, this would be our suggested test plan. You want to test your connection. You want to test your device and printers, each one separately. You want to test each file type that you use, whether it be PDF, JPEG, ZPL, and then you want to test each HTML template. For the connection, you can do that in two ways. Here in the events, select your batch, select your device, and then click on the device and see if you have a good submission. Same thing here, we have kind of a generic connection test. In the production tab under send to the press logs, click on new job and then choose your options, which can be either printer press, the type of content, and then where you want to send it. After the agent is installed, the first test that we would suggest to do would be to a device or a printer that's not used for production. You can do that by using a desktop printer that you use for administration, but not for production, or you can actually create a dummy printer in SiteFlow. You can take one of your existing printers that you know already has a good connection, is already working properly, and you just change the name and I'm sorry, you want to duplicate it first, then you change the name and the agent that is assigned. You want to make sure that you keep the share name the same so the connection is good as well. So a few things to consider with the device agent, with the new device agent. One is the HTML template output. Since we are part of the enhancements, the PDF rendering library has been updated as well. So it can cause differences in the HTML template jobs that are converted to PDF and printed. This can be info text, batch sheets, shipping lists, things that are converted from HTML to PDF. If the differences are not acceptable, as always, contact SiteFlow support. The next part is the user sessions timeout that we already mentioned. The device agent is active for 1 hour. The service in Windows is active. The session is automatically renewed every hour until the total session reaches 24 hours since the last activity. However, you may get logged out of the application. The service still runs in the background. Then the last part that we already mentioned as well is that the legacy agents and the new device agents coexist. So you can install the new device agent and use your old agents at the same time. It means that you can do a full production at the same time testing the new device agent. So a little bit more about the HTML template differences, specifically with batch sheets. The device agent has been updated to support HTML5 and CSS3. So that's where we're going to see some of the differences in the old templates that you're using. So the first recommendation is to use the latest version of the device agent. That would be 7.8 or later. And then apply a new HTML template to your current template. So what that means is we have this base template where we have some code to fix some known issues, right? So by taking this base and entering your template information, we expect that the HTML should match. So let's take a look at that. Here I have a text editor. And I have inserted our base template, the new base template. And then here I've got an existing template. What I want to do is take everything below style and copy it to the last style. And then we insert it below the prompt here. Sorry, below the prompt here. That's our style. Then we take everything below body and do the same. Copy. And paste it below the prompt here. Now we can take this whole code, copy it into our template, and now we have a new revised, updated template to the device agent. You can save here, test it here with a batch ID. Also, if you want, you can start with your existing one, duplicate it, so you still have your existing one in case you need to go back. If not sure if everyone is familiar with these red templates, but it might be good to mention that if you have these red templates, you will not be able to duplicate or save. So you'll have to create a new one, copy and paste here, create the new one, and then follow the instructions.